They woke us up in the middle of the night. They made us clean our rifles at 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm thinking, these fucking guys are nuts. They put us all on these choppers. 3 platoons. 20, 30 guys in each chopper. En route, we hear that we're coming in as a reactionary for the 4th Marines who are getting their ass kicked on this fucking hill. I'm thinking, oh shit, this is going to be great. I didn't know it at the time, but what happened was, as these choppers were dropping us in, they were going on the other side of the hill, picking up the 4th Marines and taking them out. They chopper us in, and it's raining, muddy as shit. This hill is so steep, the helicopter's rear wheels never touch the ground. And as soon as he touches down, all hell breaks loose. Fucking bullets are going through the helicopter. He's leaving. But there's guys still on the helicopter. And these guys are just falling out onto this side of this mountain that's just nothing but mud. I went into the mud up to my knees. I lost my helmet, and bullets are singing every which way. They're flying all over the place. It was utter chaos. It really was. It was ridiculous. And when I got to the crest of the mountain, I finally got up and I brushed myself off. I'm soaking rain and wet. And I look around and there's dead gooks everywhere. They're laying on the fucking side of the trail. They're hanging out of the fucking trees. I got some of my guys are going, poking them in the fucking eye. They're all bloated, stink. Awful. And it's raining. Whew. So anyway, I'll go up this trail, and I see this dead gook, and I see that belt. So I just take it off of him, throw it over my shoulder, keep going up the trail. And that's how I got that belt. And I carried that belt with me the whole time I was there. It's the one thing I wouldn't let go. Because I didn't know if I was ever going to get another one.
What I did was went to the CO and signed a 1049. It's a form for volunteers. Anytime you sign a 1049, that means no matter what's on the head,
tell them what happened.
You volunteered.
After you signed.
after I signed, there's no turning back once you sign. You're going.
Right. But now the U.S. has a dilemma.
Well, now they have to send George home.
Right, they can't keep us both there because of the Sullivan Act.
Sullivan Act. So he did not sign a 1049.
Right.
He did not volunteer to go. He was sent there because no other family member was there
at the time.
But now someone who volunteered is going there, so he has to come home. It put the government in a bad spot.
Yeah.
They have to get some feet shuffling here and get some things.
It's not easy to do.
And they were pretty slow about it. It was interesting.
It was. That's how we both ended up in the month of February of 1969. We were actually in country together.
March too.
And part of March.
When did you get out?
Probably a late March. When I went over to middle of March when I finally hit Okinawa. And I know you came in February, right, of '69? Yeah. So we were there 6 weeks together. But I could tell you stories all fucking night if you want to listen to them. Oh yeah, I have memories.
I can't forgive. So can't do it.
I've been suppressing them for 40 fucking years. You know, what are you going to do? Now you want me to bring them out.
Lost too many good people. They go fuck themselves. I'd love to go back over there in a helicopter with an M60 machine gun.
He never threw an incendiary grenade into a hooch with 30 women and kids and burned them all up. I saw that. And I couldn't believe it was happening. Yeah. Saw some real atrocity. It was bad. We were in the middle of a firefight when it happened. I remember carrying a kid with his leg blown up by a 50 caliber machine gun. Just a little baby. Couldn't have been more than a year or two old. It died. I mean, lost all its blood. What are you gonna do? It was hard. We're trying to save our own lives, fight the enemy, and save the lives of innocent people all at the same time. Talk about hard. It was hard. Every time we got into a firefight. And we knew the people were okay, but the Viet Cong they were in there. And our job was to flush them out. And if the people got in the way, so be it. That's how it was. You grew up real fast. And you had to. You know, it was weird. It was weird, but when you came back, you actually felt, even though I wasn't even 21 yet, I actually felt like I had survived something incredible and lived to tell about it and grown up. And now I need to deal with it. The war didn't end until 75. I'm getting married in 71, you know, but I still have that as a memory, and the war's still going on, but I'm trying to forget all this and just go on with my life. It was not easy. Believe me, it was not easy. But, you know, even now, it's hard to talk about it to people who who I feel, don't really understand what went on during that time. Everybody talks about what is that syndrome?
Post-traumatic
stress disorder. I mean, I'm sure I had it. I'm sure I probably have it now. I was diagnosed at one time. I'll bet all them Iraqi guys had it, but I'll also tell you my mother and father had it too. And they lived through it, and you gotta tough it out. You know, I don't think there's any medication for that. I don't blame the war on anything that's ever happened to me since the war or after it. I mean, it's, you know, it's life is what it is. You know, I saw my mother and father. They went through a war, and they handled it, as far as I'm concerned, tremendously. And that sticks in the back of my mind. And I always said to myself, I want to handle it as good or better than they did. And they went through hell.
You could have been born in a communist country. You could have lived your life under communist rule. Think it would have been better? Probably not.
The point is, you lived through it and you're happy you did. You know some people who didn't, and you move on and you make the best of your life, and that's the point.
We as a family probably we owed going. We paid our debt to America by going to Vietnam. Freedom is expensive, but somebody has to pay the debt to cover yourself underneath the blanket of freedom.